Good morning, dear students. How are you all? Dear students, today we are going to start with a new lesson, and this new lesson would be explaining the soils in India, the type of the soils that we find in India. So let's discuss it. The new lesson is the soils of India. What are we going to learn in this lesson? We are going to see and define the soil. We are going to list the types of soil found in India. We would be describing the characteristics of different soils. We would even be seeing what is soil erosion. We would be seeing the causes of soil erosion, and we would be learning the ways in which the soil can be conserved. So, dear students, let's get started. Dear students, do remember, soil is the uppermost layer of the earth. Soil supports the growth of plants. All living beings depend upon the plants for their life. Let's see the soil formation process. Soil is formed with the nature forces of heat, water, and wind. When heat, water, and wind falls on the larger pieces of rocks, they break down. These rocks break into the smaller pieces and further break into sand and silt. This off. So, dear students, let's see how are the soils formed. Soils formation begins with the weathering of the bedrock. Like the bedrock begins to disintegrate. Organic materials facilitate this disintegration. Horizons are formed, and then we have the developed soil subparts and the thick vegetation. This whole process is known as weathering, which takes place not only in one day, but it is a gradual process. It takes thousands of years to form a thin layer of soil. The natural forces such as sun, wind, water break large pieces of rocks. That takes place in the first stage that we had seen. When the bedrocks begins to disintegrate, how? It starts disintegrating only due to the sun, due to the wind, due to the water break. जब ये बहुत बड़े बड़े pieces of rock break down हो जाते हैं smaller pieces में, then further it is broken into sand and silt as we see in the second stage. It gets mixed with the organic matter. Further, the climatic conditions like rain, temperature also helps in the formation of soil. That wind and running water further takes the soil from one region to another. So this whole process of the formation of a soil is known as weathering. Now, dear students, let's discuss it once again regarding the formation of a soil. The formation of soil is a gradual process. It is a slow process. Soil कोई एक दिन में थोड़ा ना बनती है. It takes a lot of time, thousands of years to form a thin layer of soil. Natural forces such as sun, wind, water break large pieces of rocks into the smaller pieces. जब sun, wind or water big pieces of rocks के ऊपर आते हैं, तो they tend to break down into a smaller pieces. And these smaller pieces are further broken down into the sand and silt. Other climatic factors such as rain and temperature also act on them. And this finally, action and reaction leads to the formation of soil. Now, wind and running water take the soil from one region to another. So, dear students, this whole process is known as weathering, and you had already checked out the weathering in your previous chapters. So, dear students, the earth is our home. Earth gives us water to drink, air to breathe, soil to grow, crops, forests, and minerals to help us in many ways. These are all our natural resources. So today we are going to talk about this one natural resource, that is the soil. Yes, soil is a topmost layer of the earth's surface in which plants and trees grow. It is vital for the existence of life on our planet. Soil is really helpful. How? Let's see to it. It helps in the recycling system for the nutrients and organic waste. Soil is a habitat for the soil organisms, the small animals that live in the soil. Soil is a medium of plant growth. Soil is a system for water supply and purification. Not only this, it is a big engineering medium as well, right? So these are the importance of soil. Soil provides the minerals and other nutrients for the plants. हम लोग देखते हैं ना कि plants grow करते हैं. Why do the plants grow? Because of the minerals that is found in the soil. All the animals get the energy from the plants, either by eating plants or by eating animals that have eaten the plants. Not only this, soil stores the water for the plant use. And even the soil prevents the water runoff, that we say the soil erosion. So, if the soil is there, it's bind properly, so it always prevents the water run. The most important quality of the soil is its fertility. But do remember, the fertility of soil is different from one place to another. Do you think that we have a same soil all over India? No, not at all. We have the different types of soils all over India. Fertility को हम लोग increase कर सकते हैं by adding the manure and fertilizers to the soil. Then only we can make it more fertile. So fertile soil is good, do remember, for growing crops and the plants. Now dear students, we would be seeing the types of soil. Let's see the types of soils that is found from one region to another varies. We have 6 types of soil found in India. Alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil and the desert soil. So these are the 6 types of soil that we find in India. We would be discussing about all these types now. So the type of soil varies, remember, from one region to another. The 6 type of soils that we had taken up: alluvial soil, a very red soil; black soil, then we have the red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil and the sandy or the desert soil. Dear students, let's discuss about the soils of India. India is an agricultural country. So soil play a very important role in the progress of our country. India has different landforms, so we have the different types of soils found in India. We have an alluvial soil in green color, a black soil expressed in this black color, red soil in this red color, desert or sandy soil in the yellow color, and the mountain soil in the brown color, and laterite soil in the blue color. So, these are the different soils that are found in our country. Now, dear students, let's talk about the alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is carried or washed down by the rivers that plateau. This soil is really very, very fertile. It is found in the northern and the coastal plains. How it is formed? Let's try to see it out. Alluvial soil is made of fine silt brought down by the rivers from the northern mountains during the annual flooding. It is ideal for growing rice, wheat, pulses, maize, sugarcane. Students, do remember, this alluvial soil is found in Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Orissa, Assam and some parts of Rajasthan. Do remember, it is really a very fertile land. Now let's talk about the black soil. Black soil is also called the lava soil or a Rager soil because it is formed after the lava solidifies. It is found in Maharashtra, some parts of Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Black soil holds large amount of water And this soil is suitable for cotton, for sugarcane, for groundnuts. So dear students, do remember, the other name of a black soil is a lava soil. It is also known as a regular soil because it is formed from lava rocks. Lava, when the volcano erupts, then the lava flows down. Generally found in the areas like Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. And which type of crops can we grow? Yes, we can grow cotton, sugarcane and the groundnuts. So dear students, let's talk about the red soil. Red soil cannot retain moisture. It is high content of iron which gives it a red color. It is found in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Odisha, Jharkhand, some parts of Madhya Pradesh also. You should know, after adding fertilizer, soil is suitable for cotton, wheat and rice. So dear students, did you ever think why the soil is red? Yes, it is red due to the high content of iron in it. Yes, iron, which gives it a red color. Farmers use the fertilizers to make it more productive. Otherwise, this land is not more productive. Dear students, this land is found in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, some parts of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand. And what type of crops can we grow in this type of a soil? Yes, we can grow ragi, maize, groundnut, tobacco, rice and wheat as well. Dear students, now let's talk about the laterite soil. It is formed by the process of leaching in the areas of heavy rainfall. Laterite soil is reddish to yellowish in color. What is leaching? Leaching means draining. जब बहुत हेवी रेनफॉल होती है तो उसके कारण से जब वाटर ड्रेन आउट होता है बच्चे, तो उसके कारण से लेटराइट सॉइल इज फॉर्म्ड. द सॉइल इज नॉट फर्टाइल as all its nutrients are lost during the leaching. See, the draining of nutrients is there, so that's why this type of a soil is formed. Where do we find this soil? We find the soil in the part of Maharashtra, in the part of Odisha, West Bengal, Karnataka, Assam, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, even in some parts of Kerala. What is good for growing here? It is millets, groundnuts, tea, rubber and cashew nuts and even coffee. Dear students, do you remember, laterite soil is formed due to the process of leaching in the areas of heavy rainfall. Leaching means draining, जिसके कारण से इसके जितने भी न्यूट्रिएंट्स होते हैं वो तो सारे ड्रेन ऑफ हो गए. सो उसके पीछे जो आपके पास सॉइल बची, दैट इज अ लेटराइट सॉइल. इट इज रेडिश टू येलोइश इन कलर and again not much fertile. Where do we find this? We find it in West Bengal, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar and Assam. And what type of crops do we grow? Tea, rubber, coffee and cashew nuts. Now dear students, it is a time to learn about a mountain soil. Mountain soil, as the name tells us, is found in hilly areas. It is rich in humus. Humus, is a natural fertilizer and the topmost layer of a soil. It is found in Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim. Soil is good for wheat, fruit, maize, coffee and tea. So dear students, now it is a time to talk about the mountain soil. Mountain soil is rich in humus, and humus is a topmost layer of a soil. You know it very well. Here in this type of a soil, terrace farming or the step farming is practiced, because this is generally in the hilly areas we find this type of a soil. We find it in the areas like Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. Now what can we grow? Yes, we can grow wheat, maize, barley, tea, and fruits such as apples and pear. So they are really found here. Dear students, now we are going to talk about the desert soil. Desert soil is found in the arid regions like Rajasthan, some part of Punjab and Gujarat. Soil is sandy and it is not fertile as the other soils because in these areas we receive very less rainfall. Soil supports growth for vegetation like cactus and bushes. We even find date palm, barley, maize, groundnuts, and sesame. Now let's discuss about the last type of a soil, and that is a sandy soil. You also call it a desert soil. It is dry and light grey in color. It is also not as fertile as the other soils. Where do we find it? Yes, sandy soil is found in the Thar desert of Rajasthan, in some parts of Punjab, Haryana, and even Gujarat. What do we grow here? Date palms, barley, maize, groundnuts, and sesame. Nowadays, even the crops like jojoba and even the dragon fruit is being cultivated in the sandy soil.